damn good time. It's a damn good time. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Steve Schaefer.
I'm Cody Adams.
And this is a damn good time podcast.
Remote.
Yeah, doing a little remote skis. We got some shit weather going on up here.
Yeah, I tried to hit the roads, and I was like, this might get a little bit worse. I mean, it wasn't bad by any means, but not the best. Me come drink a few beers and then try to drive home in. So
well, and I know there's main roads that you could take to get here, but they take you a loop all the way the fuck around. I'm sure they're clear, but the easiest way to get here is all back roads, and I'm sure they haven't touched any of them really. You know,
but
they save those for
giant
last.
hills in between them. Too.
Yeah. Very curvy, very big hills, very not safe for these conditions. So unless you wanted to drive an hour to take fucking bigger roads, and then that's dumb too. So
yeah, and it's just better safe than sorry. We're here. We're still here.
Yeah,
we're hanging.
And we don't do the remote thing very often, so it's nice for us to get the reps in, so to speak. Try to figure it out. We did used to use Zoom, and it gave us a time limit. Now we're trying it on Skype, so we'll see if Skype works. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Technology is not my strong suit these last few days. I'm dealing with my old phone now because I broke my other one, so I got this fucking. We're on the Pixel 8 Pro now, is the newest one that came out, which they're giving me for insurance. But I'm back to my original Pixel, like the first one. It's not even a Pixel 1. It's just the Pixel. So that's how cool I am with technology. I'm living in a fucking Stone Age.
Hey, you'll get the brand new one coming out. You'll be balling.
Yeah, and of course it was on back order.
The last 2 days. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, it was on back order too, so I've been stuck with this bitch for like a week now. Well, yeah, it'd be a week today that I've been dealing with this fucking phone. So, and you just mentioned the battery power. Apparently these old ones didn't have it because this thing goes dead in like 4 to 6 hours, and that's just sitting there. But
yeah, I'm sure that battery's a shot too because it's so old. Over time they just degrade. Just like when you get that brand new phone, you're like, yeah, I got a brand new phone, and you charge it for the first time, and then you go out all day, and you come back home, and you're still at 80-something%.
Yeah.
Well, I used to be at like 40, and now it's completely full. It's crazy. So
right.
New battery living.
Yeah, and it's been this one. It's been sitting in my toolbox out in the garage for the last however many years I've had it. So it's been going through extreme heats in the summer and then really extreme heat in the cold, so and that's not good on batteries either. So, but whatever. No. Hey, it's still alive. It's still kicking at least. So that's kind of cool.
You calls, you get texts. I mean, that's all you need really.
Yeah.
You're probably going to miss your TikToks and your Facebooks and your...
Well, I can still log on to all that shit at least, so I still get... But whenever I use it, then my battery life goes down to like 2 hours if I'm on it straight fucking talking or something,
Keep her plugged in. Just keep her plugged in.
Yeah. But and then it's still 4G, so I don't have that 5G, whatever the whole conspiracy thing about the 5G was. But I think that's mainly in the tower, so I'm still fucked with worse service, I guess, then, or however. I don't know how that works. I forget what the whole fucking conspiracy theory about the 5G was.
I don't know exactly what it is, but I feel like you're better off because I swear anytime my phone connects to 5G, it seems like everything runs shittier.
Yeah.
And I don't know if just our 5G is not in our rural areas is not capable of handling it yet, or is not up to par, or whatever it is, but it just seems worse when there's 5, or it's trying to switch back and forth. And I don't know.
So that
seems worse.
That's actually something that I have a theory on, and I've explained it to people before, and I feel like, and they're like, yeah, that actually makes sense. Because whenever they roll out with the new G, that happened whenever they did 3G to 4G even, they'd put the towers in the bigger, better areas and stuff, the more populated areas. And so then your phone was always trying to find so now it's 4G to 5G. Your phone's always trying to find a 5G tower. And say it does find one, but it's farther away than the 4G tower is. So technically you get a better signal from the 4G because it's closer, But it's like, no, you want 5G but it's right over there. So it tries to connect to that motherfucker, but it's too far away for it to even be better. So at first, like, all it does is just drain your fucking battery because it's going back and forth between 4 and 5G constantly instead of just sticking to one. And so, and then you always notice once they put all the more towers up, and it's like, hey, they're all converted now. Then it's like, well, it's actually better now. So it's just getting those weird spotty towers all together, and then it'll get better. But
yeah, I still don't know what the 5G conspiracy is that you're talking about. But it is funny when I'm down in those rural areas. For some reason, there's 5G kills spray painted on signs everywhere. I don't know.
Before we get another episode pulled, we do not believe that. We do not believe that 5G kills. We're not trying to spread false information. But I know exactly what you're talking about. I've seen those signs, like they put them up on the fucking shittiest plywood, and then they spray paint it on there. It's like, oh, okay, I'm going to believe you. You know?
No idea. No idea.
Yeah, I'm going to believe that guy because he's got plywood and a rattle can, bro. Like, yeah, he knows what's up.
This episode already got demonetized.
Yeah. It's fucking taking it down. But
we're gonna go back and pull episode 4 from us now.
Yeah, I think it had something to do with like whatever's in the towers and the radio waves it was supposed to like brainwash you or cause cancer or something. I don't know.
Whatever.
Yeah. There's always something going on with something. So, and if
sure,
I want to get cancer anyway. You know,
at least you can say whatever you want to about something, just, yeah, sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any facts behind that? No. Well, all right.
Yeah. The cool thing is I have a 5G phone to give my shitty opinion faster.
Yeah.
Like you're still using it, Get on your fucking all your weird forums and shit and figure out your disinformation a whole lot faster now, and they're gonna use it anyway. So shut up.
I'll go ahead and apologize for last week. I forgot I had to go to the state up north for Christmas, and I didn't remind you. And then we were going to try to do a video call, but it was just so busy. We were doing Christmas. We had all the family in there, and I just figured, I would skip another week. But I know that was it wasn't back to back. We've never done that yet. I don't think we've done 2 weeks back to back.
I think we did that back in the COVID era.
Okay.
Because like whenever I was in the hospital and shit for the pulmonary embolism, and then I think we skipped back to back then, but we don't do it very often.
Sick. You're sick, bitch.
Yeah. I thought I was gonna die.
At least it was only, we missed a week, 1 week, missed a week. We're not going to be every other week. It's just, unfortunate events. Not unfortunate, but just events in our life.
Hey, we're busy fucking people, man. And until you guys start paying us money to do this, we're going to have to do other shit every once in a while.
Yeah, we could do 2 a week then.
Yeah, if we got money for this could just be our
multi-subject topic podcast.
Yeah, we can give you so many different podcasts if we're working fucking 40 hours a week on this bitch getting paid.
Yeah. You want a cooking show? You got it.
Boom.
You want us just drinking beer in a basement? You got it.
And then we'll do that one too. You want
us smoking cigars? We'll do that one the same day.
We'll talk about cigars and scotch. Yeah, we'll do that one. We'll have a podcast we'll go deep into conspiracy theory shit. We might not be able to get that one on YouTube, but we'll figure out a way to put it out to you somehow. We'll do that. We'll do fantasy football sport. We'll just have a big old sports one. We could do that one too.
20 topics. I'll put firecrackers in Steve's butt.
We make enough money off of it. Our wives can quit working, and they can do a podcast about lady stuff, things that women think's cool too. We'll do that. Give us money, and we'll start our own fucking podcast studio.
I'll start our empire.
Yeah. ADGT Studios, bitch.
Yeah, then we'll even hire some of you. So just keep it going.
Yeah. Yeah, we won't even have to do any of the fucking any of the computer work and stuff. We'll have a producer or some shit. Fuck that. Let's go big balling.
You see me twinging at all? I think I pulled a muscle in my neck.
Oh no!
Over the weekend too. Over last weekend, and it's been pretty killer.
Yeah.
Like, back headaches in this side of my head, and like really weird. Just like sore and like But it's getting better. So
well, that's good. Glad it's getting better, but it sucks it happened.
Yeah, neck stuff's no fun.
Mm-mm.
I just found out.
You just found out?
Yeah, I don't think I've really had any neck problems before. That I can think of. Maybe a little stiff neck, maybe a little kink here and there, but nothing that's like constant for days.
I gotcha.
Like a toothache or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's kind of comparable to that, where it's like, I just got this headache in the back of my head and you can't think all day because you're just kind of like,
yeah, that sucks.
But getting worked out, did my research online, you know, because that's the way to, you know, diagnose yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Doesn't seem like it's anything too serious.
Why go to a doctor, you know? Just
with their voodoo medicine.
Yeah.
The internet knows what's up. Oh,
right.
Shit, we're getting told again.
Yeah. Yeah.
I swear we're just highlighted for these guys talking about medical shit again. We're
yeah.
Out.
Yeah, we're fucking flagged. We got 2 episodes pulled already on YouTube.
It's just literally jokes.
Yeah.
You know, so their AI needs to get better to get a sense of humor.
It needs to figure out what the fuck sarcasm is.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's anybody's trying to program that into artificial intelligence yet.
No, I'm sure somebody is.
Yeah.
Gotta be happening.
Yeah.
It's gotta be happening.
That's weird. And then how do you tell, you know, does the AI type it to you in italics when it's being sarcastic? And because it's hard to read sarcasm in text messages too, even sometimes. You know, you ever try to send a text to somebody and you're being sarcastic about something and they're like, what are you even talking about? Like I was being sarcastic. Like, oh, or like they get offended. Like, what the fuck do you mean by that? Like, no, dude, it was a joke. You can't convey jokes and written word very well, you know?
I hate to bring this up again, but I'm going to take the AI back to porn again.
Yeah.
And then there's going to be that dominatrix thing that, you know, a bunch of dudes want, and it's going to need to know some weird shit to get to some of those levels that some of those guys want. So
yeah.
No, I don't know anything about it.
They sent you the questionnaires. They sent you the questionnaires already, and you're giving them the info on all the weird shit they need to program in, ain't you? That's why that's why you got a kink in the neck.
Don't choke me too hard.
You sick fuck.
I ain't never been about that life.
Not that there's anything wrong with any of that. We're not trying to yuck your yum out there, you know?
No kink shaming. No kink shaming.
No, we're not kink shaming.
Yeah. People make a lot of money off their feet.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish I always say like I should just do that, but I actually should. I guess
get you nice mani pedi like you did before, and get your weird dangly toes on there, buddy.
Yeah, dude. Somebody's gonna get off to that somehow. Somebody will probably love that shit. Those look like little skeletons.
$20 a month, man. That's an extra $20 a month.
Yeah. Yeah, even if it's just $20, just snap some photos, upload them. That's it.
I mean, it's on your record for the rest of your life through the IRS and shit. Well, but who cares?
Yeah.
You know, you didn't hang dong for him. You just took some feet pics.
It wasn't my penis. It was just my toes. I thought I was doing a medical thing. I thought maybe somebody needed to look at this. You know.
Yeah. I mean, if I was a hot girl, I'd be like, let me post it up. Let me start this OnlyFans, you know?
Yeah. If I was a hot girl, I'd probably just sleep with some rich old dude. Just take all his money.
You only got like 5 years of suffering.
Yeah. Make sure he's like geriatric as fuck, so he's gonna die soon, you know?
That's one way to go, you know?
Yeah. It's a smart
you
move.
probably do that now.
I was talking at work the other day, and it's like, why can't we just do that? We could probably find some old dude that wants to fuck us. You know, like we could get sugar daddies too. There's nothing stopping us. We could have that easy life.
Yeah.
But then you gotta do that.
Yeah.
I guess it depends on how much money you're gonna get. See if you can buy yourself some self-respect. You know. Like,
I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that probably would do it.
Yeah.
Probably do it. So.
Yep. Every day.
And they're probably a lot prettier than us.
Yep. And they do it every day, and they live with themselves somehow. But hey, I don't know. I'm happy with my life and not getting butt fucked for money. You know.
This episode's called Bye Bye.
We're just hey. Don't knock my truth. You know, you guys can do what you want. Let me do what I want.
Oh shoot!
But yeah,
What's
hey,
been going on?
I was just gonna ask you the same question. A whole lot of nothing here, man. Haven't really been traveling too much. They usually schedule light on January, February, just because it's harder to travel. Even if you're flying, you'll get grounded because of weather, and then obviously they don't want us driving around in a lot of this bullshit. So just being bored, really. Being bored, still hitting that fucking gym, still doing the carnivore for this month. I'm not doing it as seriously as I originally intended, but I'm still sticking to the carnivorous shit. I've lost I know I lost for sure 12 pounds already. I haven't weighed myself yet this week, so there might be a couple more down off of that. But 12 pounds, man, since January 1 isn't too bad. So
Nice.
Trying to get that body back for the good weather. It's only a couple months away. You know, it'll be here sooner than we know.
3 months to boat and weather. I mean, or at least boats in the water. Maybe not boat weather, but boats in the water. You never know. You might get a 80-degree day sprinkled in there in April, but
yeah. I still need to get
good enough to be happy about it. So
I still need to get my lower unit rebuilt. We need to talk about that one of these days. You know, not on camera because it's probably going to be boring for other people, but I need to put some seals in there, you know, get it sealed tight, watertight.
Seal her up, pack her up.
Yeah.
Full of grease.
Yeah. Grease it, seal it, all that cool shit, you know. Slap it back on the boat, be ready.
Yeah, for sure. It's you know, it's just exciting because right now I can look out the window over to my left and I can see my boat all covered up with snow mounted on it. It's like, that's sad. But hey, you know, we've made it this far already.
Yeah, every day you drive out of your driveway, you look at it.
Yeah. Once you get to the middle of January, it's like, you know, February's gonna suck.
Yeah.
And then you finally get to March, you know. Right at the end of March there, it's just like, it's a good time. It's a good time, you know, it's my birthday.
Yeah.
That's mainly it.
Yeah. Yeah, but even March can be sketchy with the weather, but usually you start to get some of the nicer days in there. And I don't know, I always get that kind of, it's usually January, February is when I kind of get that rebirth. It's like my attitude about the seasons changing is almost in time with when they start putting out that season's clothing, you know? Because you never buy a swimsuit at the end of the summer when you might need one because you wore one out or some shit, because they're never even on the shelves. They always start selling them towards the end of winter, right before spring, where it's like, hell, here's all their summer fashion. Like, and that's usually with me. It's like, now I'm starting to get in there. I'm getting ready. I'm like, yeah, you know what? It fucking sucks out there. It's cold as shit, but I need to get moving. I need to burn off some of the stored up fat. I need to get ready for the winter or for the summer. Because even like I do that all the time in fall. That's whenever I gain all my fucking weight. Is like fall happens. Like, fuck this. I'm depressed. Summer's over. Let's get fat. You know, like,
yeah.
I get fat and lazy. So
November, December, it's just like, rah.
Yeah.
And then January hits, and it's like cold, but you start thinking about it a little bit, and it's like, it still sucks. And then you get that February, and February can be a shit show. You never know what you're gonna get in February. March just finally feels like a little bit of relief,
right.
At least here in Ohio.
Yeah.
Then April, it's game on.
Fuck yeah, dude. And then nothing but tank tops and flip flops.
Sense, but it's May's right there. May's right there.
Yeah. I still think it's funny though too. Whenever the seasons change in fall, like all of a sudden you get that first 70-degree day at the end of summer, and you're like, oh, I need to put a hoodie on. But then, like, in springtime, you get that first 70-degree day, and you're like, it's fucking tank top time and shorts, dude. Let's go. Yeah. Like, it's warm out. Like,
shorts and flops everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck hoodies. I'm ready for the sleeves to be gone, bro.
Hell yeah.
Yup.
Yeah, everybody's running around short sleeve, shorts, flip flops. Like it's 72 out.
Yeah. Fuck, I might get sunburnt today.
Take the boat out.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah,
it's always gets exciting when we get to that time of year. We're not even there. We're way jumping the gun. But hey, still, whatever.
Dude, a boy can dream.
Good thoughts.
Yeah.
When we got like 3 or 4 inches of snow on the ground right now.
Yeah.
We've had our first big snow day.
Yeah, this is the first big snow we've had, actually. And it's following last week we had our first big cold snap where it was in the single digits and shit. Like the other day, they canceled school because of the wind chill, and it was the wind chill was like -10 or some bullshit like that. So, and then now they canceled school because we got 4 inches of snow. So this last couple of weeks has been our first real winter experience, and I'm already ready for it to be fucking over. So,
which has been nothing, but I think the schools are like, man, we had all those. Remember those days we had last year? We couldn't use them. Like,
yeah,
we need to start burning days for just some BS. Like, just let's get rid of them. Like,
right?
Because we don't want to sit on these again. It gets too common. Then we got to we get kids out a week early. It doesn't help our curriculum. It doesn't make sense. So
yeah,
I think we're just starting to burn some extra days here and there.
I haven't been out by the lake in a minute. Is it frozen?
There's a little bit of ice. It's not frozen by any means.
Man, I can't remember the last time it's been frozen solid. It's been a while, I feel.
One time we brought furniture out there. We're like partying on the lake.
Yeah.
That was years ago.
Yes.
Years ago when we did that. Now, there has been some years, and, we probably could have gone out and did the same thing where people, been ice fishing and stuff.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't trust it like I trusted it that year. That year was cold. I remember the negatives were super low. It was, we were getting like -2.
Yeah.
Without the wind chill. And the wind chill was like,
was that the same year we went to Vegas together?
I believe so.
Yeah, I remember that was a really cold winter because when we were in Vegas, we had like negative shit going on back here, and like my father and brother-in-law came over to my house. That's when we lived out on Johnstown, an old farmhouse. It was drafty and shit, and they just made sure like the pipes didn't freeze and burst and stuff. They were running like trickling water and stuff for us, like, and they're like, "Oh, thanks, I'm in Vegas where it's like 80-90 degrees, and it's thanks for doing that for me."
Oh no, I remember even that trip. We weren't bottled up per se, but we had long sleeve and like jeans on when we went to Hoover Dam.
Yeah.
Like, it was still way warmer than back home. It was probably like in the 50s, I think.
Yeah.
That day, at least. I don't know. Maybe not every day, but like it was. I think we had like 50s, 60s there. We didn't have 70, 80, 90s like it normally is. So
right.
It was just big cold front push through the whole country at that point in time, I think. I always remember the picture of me and you like walking down the dam stuff, and like I got jeans and like a light long sleeve on. You got a long sleeve on. It's like,
yeah, that just popped up on my Facebook timeline. It was 11 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, damn, that's crazy.
11 years. Phew.
It's been a while.
Just flies by, doesn't
it? Yeah. I went to the dentist the other day.
How'd that go?
I have no new cavities, so that's pretty cool.
That's good.
But apparently, so I've had 3 cavities in my life, and then 1 root canal, and then apparently all that work is starting to deteriorate. So I gotta get all that reworked, get 3 new fillings, and then they're gonna cut off my crown and then give me a new one. So I was like, hey man, can I get like a gold tooth or something? He's like, actually, gold's better than what we normally use, but like my fake one's like right here. So you can't see it, so it might not be like that ugly. Like if I could see if it's like this front tooth, I'm like, yeah, no, I look stupid. But then might be like a little smile, like, yeah, put your money where your mouth is, bitch. Like, yeah, maybe get a little diamond on it, be like a wrapper.
Oh yeah, gold's actually cheaper.
Yeah,
and it's better because it's pliable, so they can like mold it into there. Whereas when they use the plaster, it's not as good. It's not as pliable, so they can't mold it as good to cover the whole thing. I got a gold one back here. Nobody ever knows. It's
Yeah.
back, it's back in the middle. But I got the same thing going on to my very back here. It's not my gold tooth. It was crown, and I can tell it's getting sensitive again. I'm like, this shouldn't be getting sensitive. It's crowned up. It probably needs rework.
Yeah.
So I gotta call my dentist up soon and get an appointment and have him check it out. So
I wonder if I get like one little diamond on it. Like, how many teeth do you have to have diamonds on for it to be a grill?
I feel like it's a terrible idea.
You get to like one tooth, and you're like, yeah, bro, I got a grill. You know?
Why don't you just get a bedazzle set and just every once in a while you spot them? I'm bedazzled tonight.
I remember back in fucking like way young, where you take the wrappers from your chewing gum because they were silver and foil, and then you'd put them around your teeth. I'm like, I got my fucking grill, dude.
Yeah, that's great for our teeth too.
Yeah, but no, like I kind of wonder, like how many how many teeth do you need for it to qualify as a grill? You know, I mean, 2, 3, like at least the ones you can see in the front.
I would say 6 to 8, somewhere in that.
And do you need do you need the bottom one 8. Too?
I'd say minimum is 8. Yeah, oh yeah, it's not grill that.
You need both one top and bottom.
Yeah, if you only get the bottom, that's a frill. That's not a grill.
What if I smile but I keep my lower lip covering them? I'm like, oh, I got my grill, and I just never show my lower teeth.
I was thinking fucking Ace Ventura, or not Ace Ventura, Jim Carrey, Fire Marshal Bill.
Fire Marshal, let me tell you something. Yeah, I don't know. We need to find. Tune in or chime in. Send us some messages. How many teeth does it take for it to be qualifying as a grill?
I say 4 top, 4 bottom, minimum.
4 and 4
minimum.
Yeah.
Because that's not even that big. That's like probably what, 3-4 inches a piece. So 4 inches maybe.
Yeah. I worked with a dude that had his incisors were gold, and that was kind of neat looking.
He's like a golden vampire.
Yeah. Or his canines. I don't know what I don't know what your fucking teeth are called. I'm not a fucking dentist.
Canines are pointy ones, I think.
Yeah. That was one of those ones off to the side.
That was probably what he did. So some weird vampire drinking blood shit.
Yeah, he was a little ghetto fabulous.
Gotcha.
It was less Twilight, more more rapper style type thing.
Do you think can you go to any dentist to get your shit done, or do you got to be like go to a special like plastic surgeon dentist, kind of like high baller you roll in, and he's like
for like a grill?
I mean, I guess if I'm gonna do that, I know a grill you can get anywhere. That's not But like they get a tooth coated. Like, did they got to pull that tooth out and like put a fake tooth in there? That's gold.
I mean, if you want the whole thing, it's got to be a crown.
Right.
So then, you got to get them plucked. You basically have to have root canals. Or
they're drilling them out and popping them in.
Yeah, or they shave the ones you have down and then popping a cover over it, like a crown over it. If you want the whole thing gold like that, yeah, I do believe. But like, because grills are just like clip-ons, basically, right? I think.
Yeah. They just clip everything. Yeah. They just make a custom fitting on your teeth, and then they build a grill around that. You just clip it in.
Yeah.
Which would be so uncomfortable for me and like terrible and like. I mean, that's why you don't see a lot of people walking around with grills on the streets. Like, I got my grill in all day.
Yeah.
No, that'd be terrible. That'd be absolutely terrible.
Like, you got to take it out to eat lunch,
Yeah.
No, you put them in to shoot your rap video, and that's it.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like get your picture or do whatever. Like that's when you ready to grill. But I feel like it'd be uncomfortable, terrible, and then if you got something inside of it, it'd be worse. You're gonna stink. You're gonna have to clean them like dentures.
Yeah, I imagine you get a lot of stuff stuck in there.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you don't.
By the time I'd pay for a grill that you wanted, like with all diamonds and gold, it'd be like, just give me some Da Vinci's. Give me take all my teeth out. You put all those beautiful fake teeth in your mouth, and then there's like way too overly fake teeth.
Yeah.
But they're like screwed into your mouth.
They're like way too white,
Mm.
Like, what the fuck? It was I forget the dude, the actor's name, but he was in Something About Mary. And whenever he got his teeth fixed, and he had his like big,
in the movie.
yeah, he has this big fucking.
I can't remember that guy's
super
name
huge
either, but
yeah, it was Matt something. Hold on. Usually I Google on the computer, but since we're doing the conference, so I got to pick up my phone here.
I feel like he was in so many '90s and early 2000 movies, and I don't ever know what happened to him after that. But
yeah, he was also in Wild Things with with those two hot chicks that were making out in the pool. I remember that as a kid very vividly.
I feel like he was one of those weird actors, like
Matt
Jim
Dillon.
Carrey. Matt Dillon.
Matt Dillon was his name.
Oh, because he was like 90210, or what was his like original shit? Like, was he in like some of that old school?
I think so.
Stuff.
Show more.
He's one of those actors that, like, in the 90s and 80s, like Nicolas Cage. Who else I want to say? Guys that were like, oh, these guys are good looking. And I was always like, are they that good looking though?
Oh, he was in The Outsiders.
Oh.
Wild Things, Something About Mary. Over the Edge. Crash.
Over the Edge.
Oh, You, Me, and Dupree. He was the main character in that one.
I remember that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he's had his roles, but he's never been a huge star.
Yeah, really. No, I mean he's paid for sure. Yeah, like he has had some big titles, but yeah, for some reason I was thinking like you were thinking though that he was kind of like one of those teen heartthrobs, like a very big icon back then, but it doesn't seem like he actually was. But he was in a few things. Probably The Outsiders was the biggest one where he was young and people were like, oh, he's a very cute boy.
Right. Enough to get him stabilized and then have an acting career because of that movie.
Yeah.
But it looks like he kind of went the comedian role anyway. So
yeah. Have you ever seen The Outsiders?
Oh yeah.
I don't think I ever have.
I think we watched it. I want to say in high school.
I know we read the book.
We watched it. Yeah, I think in one of my class, it might have been art class or no, maybe not art class. I don't know what it was, but they put The Outsiders on because it's a little violent. So they don't normally let you because there's like gang fights and stuff like that.
Yeah, I know. I remember we read the book and then somebody said something about watch the movie, and then she was like, maybe we will, but then we never did.
Yeah, I think we watched the old one, and then I watched the newer one at some point in time, and can't tell you why, but then because they made a newer version of it. With the main actor, he's another one of those 90s guys.
Well, Depp was in that. Wasn't fucking Emilio Estevez in that?
There's a lot of guys now.
Yeah. Cast. Here we go. I feel weird Googling on my phone instead of Googling on the computer.
Yeah.
Oh, Ralph Macchio, Rob Lowe, Patrick Swayze, Tom Cruise, Emilio Estevez, Francis Ford Coppola, Tom Waits.
Patrick Swayze.
Yeah, the Sways, man.
Rob
C. Thomas
Lowe,
Howell.
Tom Cruise. Gee, I mean, that's just like
fucking
star. Who's the guy I'm thinking of?
I don't know.
I think he's in the newer one. Because wasn't there a newer one too?
Oh, Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers was in that. He played Soch number 3. Yeah, I don't know. Never seen it. I barely remember what the book was about. I remember there were people called greasers in it.
Yeah.
And then the cool kids were like the Soches. Never seen that either.
Oh.
I haven't seen a lot of movies, to be honest with you. I always kind of fell into like Billy Madison and then watched that one over and over and over again.
I mean, back in our early time, though, it was kind of like Yeah, I mean, we had our VHS tapes or whatever. It was like you put USA on and you watch USA or you watch USA.
Yeah, yeah.
Like MTV.
Or you go to your grandma's house
There's
and it was
certain
always
networks.
Wheel of Fortune and fucking why can't it Jeopardy? You always had to watch those and shit.
Yeah. Pretty much everybody just played an easy $50 a month, got all the TV they wanted. And now with all of our subscriptions, we're all paying $150 a month.
Yeah.
And we're like grabbing shows from here, grabbing shows from there. Hey, can I borrow your login? Yeah, here you go. Like,
yeah,
so, getting so inconvenient. But it's also nice to have it on demand.
Yeah, I was gonna say that we'd sacrificed everything for the on-demand feature. That's the big thing. Because now it's not like, dude, I can't even imagine. I don't even think my kids understand. I don't think we've ever explained that to them. Like, yeah, back in the day, you turn the TV on and you had to go through channels, and then that's it. You couldn't just say like, hey, I want to watch this. Like, well, you got to wait till Thursday night at 8:00.
All right.
You know, and if you're not home, then you're fucked. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even think my kids understand that.
And I mean, how fun was it to go to the Blockbuster and rent a couple movies?
Yeah, dude.
And like that was your Saturday night. Like,
yep.
We're gonna watch these movies. It's gonna be so awesome, you know. And you got 3-4 hours worth of movies to watch.
Yeah.
Like that's your night. That's your night. You're getting back. Pizza's coming, or you're firing up a pizza, cooking dinner, or whatever.
You get some popcorn, maybe. If your parents are in a good mood that day, they let you pick out some candy when you're there and shit too.
I mean, it's perfect too because it's like we'll put the movie on at 8:00. They really want to watch this movie. By 10, these are the last ones going to be asleep. They're not going to watch the second movie.
Yeah.
And then when they wake up, they're going to want to watch the second movie. Boom, we got all morning. Then we'll throw some breakfast, and then we got 2 hours in the morning.
Yeah.
To do whatever we want.
And then they got the 2 rated R movies or like the stupid dramas that they know you're going to hate. Like, okay, we can watch this one when they go to bed, and then they watch their own like fucking dumb drama bullshit or whatever you didn't want to watch when you were a kid.
Yeah, we were always coming out of there with whatever. My mom at least rented 1, or we rented 2, and then which we all had to decide on 1 or 2 or whatever it was. Like me and the 3 brothers together. So it was like, we really want to watch this one. Really want to watch this one. And when you were a young kid like that, you didn't have the internet in front of you. It was like, here's all the hot new movies.
Yeah.
Right. But then you could also walk around and be like, oh, here's the older hot movies. And it was like, oh man, what do we pick? We don't even know.
Yeah. Or even like, I remember you'd see the way we did it was you'd see all the new ones and they're like, well, those are expensive. Go pick so you're sitting there watching. Every time you go in, you're waiting for that brand new movie to make it from the new release section to the it's old news now. So now we can get it for $1.99 instead of $4.99 or whatever the fuck it was, The
second, it's like anything now. Like if you're renting a movie online, it's like, oh, now you can rent it now for $10.99.
Yeah.
Wait 3 weeks. It's going to be $2.99.
Well, and at that point too, like it's like rent it for $10.99 or buy it for $19. I'm like, fuck, I might as well buy it. It's like they've kind of taken out the point of renting it. But, and that's the other dumb thing is I don't know how new this is, but I know within the last like 2 years, I finally figured out how to because we purchased all of our movies on Xbox. And then it's like, wait a minute, I can't even watch them on my phone. Like there wasn't, and now there's an app that you can connect your account to, and then watch all the things that you have ever purchased on Xbox. So, because we always did that before we had like, because I know you can do it on Amazon Prime and all those other things. We started doing that back when we lived out on Johnstown Road because that was the only really thing that we did. We had the Xbox and we could watch YouTube and stuff. We never really had good enough internet for streaming services. And so we always bought all of our shit through the Microsoft store and stuff. But now I can actually find like, oh fuck, I can watch this shit on my phone now, and I don't need the fucking Xbox. This is dope,
And that's what I said. Like, and when we're switching away from the physical to the digital copy, right? Going and buying a game at the store, doing all that. Which now you go buy the game at the store and you put it in. And it's like, oh, requires a download.
Yeah,
you're basically just buying the license. That's all you're ever doing. you're buying a license. And that's what I said. I'm like, I switched to digital right away. I was like, no, I want everything digital. Because when it comes down to it, the next, say, 50 years, I'm not gaming anymore or whatever, 20, 30 years, not going to happen. But
yeah,
if that does happen, I could be like, sell my Xbox account.
right.
Here's thousands of licensing that's on this account.
Yeah.
You could literally sell that account for quite a bit of money in the future.
Yeah, here's all these fucking retro games and all these old school movies and shit. Yeah, there is something to be said though about physical copies. Like if the internet ever goes out and shit like that, it's like, oh, I could just pop the disc. I can play video games still because I can just pop the disc and I don't need a fucking internet, you know?
Yeah, but old games, most new games now, you ain't got it.
Yeah,
they don't
you
work
have to be online to play.
A download or being online. So
yeah,
most of them, anyways.
Yeah, I feel like Call of Duties and shit, you can play the campaign at least, but you're not gonna get anything else really, you know.
So most of them still need to download for the campaign too. It's so funny, but yeah. But yeah, it's just that's the way technology is going, and it's going to be. I mean, it's all digital currency.
Yeah.
That scares a lot of people. This episode get pulled again.
Yeah. Because what the conspiracy behind all that is, if they don't like you, they could just shut everything off. Like, oh well, they could still do that now anyway.
I mean, Fight Club.
Yeah.
Blow up every credit card building.
Yeah.
That's no longer a thing.
Yep. But I think nowadays they have it all backed up on servers all across everywhere. Click.
I'm pushing the cancel button on We're teeter-tottering.
Yeah.
I keep stepping on the heavy side.
Well, it's funny. I don't know. It's fun stuff to talk about sometimes. I don't know. It's funny to me to make jokes about.
I mean, there's podcasts out there where people rant and yell shit, but maybe it's just it's probably just YouTube. It's probably just YouTube.
Yeah, but I still feel like you see all that shit on YouTube all the time anyway too. Like, what the fuck? Like, how, you know?
Yeah.
That's why I'm so surprised that any of our shit ever got pulled. It's like, what? We're not saying anything that nobody else isn't fucking saying.
I'm just still so confused how, a few weeks ago, episode, was it 3?
2.
Episode 2 got pulled.
Yeah.
And it's been up there for 2 years.
Yeah. I still want to go back and look and see what you said. I never actually checked it because the email, it said exactly when. It was like 48 minutes and so many seconds in. It says when it was. But then again, it's like, oh man, that was so fucking forever ago. Nobody's watching episode 2 again anyway. So who gives a shit?
Yeah, I mean, you can get rid of 1 through 50 right now, and I wouldn't care.
Yeah. Yeah, we could just start deleting our backlog.
We had some struggling times and audio issues and things. It's like, whatever. But, if you want to go back and check us out, then beautiful.
Believe it or not, neither of us have ever gone to school or, took classes or been professionally trained by anybody on any of this stuff.
Yeah.
And look at us now. We're fucking pros, dude. We're podcasting like pros.
Getting losing.
Yeah, we used to have fucking outlines and stuff.
Yeah, we might have to work on our digital shit, but we'll figure that out at some point.
Yeah.
We're gonna I feel like we could do a lot more with editing and stuff and do all that, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work and we ain't got time.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be cool
until we get money that we can give somebody money to do a lot of that. That'd be great.
Yeah, it'd be a lot cool to have the time and effort to sit down and pull clips to put on like TikTok and fucking YouTube Shorts and Instagram and all that bullshit, but I don't have the time to do that. I mean, I can probably make the time, but also I don't want to.
It's like, it's cool, but there's a lot more. Yeah, and you gotta relax. You gotta chill. You gotta flack around and find out, baby.
Yeah, it still needs to feel like a fun hobby and not a chore, So that's why I don't do all that stuff.
No, we're doing good. I mean, Probably better than those Kelsey brothers, that's for sure.
Yeah, fuck those guys.
Losers. Oh, they're gonna be famous to start a podcast. No shit.
Yeah.
Come on. Put the work in.
That's what the fuck everybody else seems to do
yourself.
anymore.
I mean, it makes sense.
Well, actually, it started out with non-famous people doing it a lot and getting famous because of it. And then probably right around the time that we jumped in the game is whenever it got big for all the famous people to be like, I can just control my own content. Let me do that. And it's like, oh, we jumped into a fucking saturated market surrounded by all these famous fucks. And it's like,
it was way saturated by then.
Yeah.
Saturated. It was way saturated by.
Think if we would have had this idea 5 years before we did, you know?
Well, it'd be amazing. I mean,
we'd probably have 100 listeners instead of the 12.
Yeah. I mean, probably more, but yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
yeah. And it would mold it. It would mold it too, because once we get more people, we can get questions and comments and all kinds of stuff flowing in where we can easily flow through an episode. Right now, it's just us bullshitting. It's been that way since day one.
Yeah.
And, hey, nothing wrong with that. I love it. Love it.
Yeah.
I'm
still having a damn good time, baby.
Yeah. But if we get people's opinions and we get ideas and we get different things suggested, and it's not that we don't have them, you know, we've done the rankings before, we did the Would You Rathers before, we did some of that stuff before.
Yeah.
It just seems like obviously we got to prepare more when we do that. We have to come up with them instead of people giving them to us.
Right.
And people just came to us. We'd love to throw it on the show. So if you guys are listening, you want us to do any kind of question, you want to do anything, send it to us.
Any topics, anything like that, let us know. Let us know what you want to hear. We'll talk about shit for you.
You know, it's personally, send it to us. Leave it in the comments on YouTube. Leave it in the comments and anything. We'll find it. Email us.
At the end of every episode, I put all of our links up there, so you'll find all that information there.
You can find them. Just hit us up. You know us personally, text us.
Yeah.
I know your thoughts on this. If it's a little too sensitive, I'll tiptoe around it.
Yeah. Or we'll say so-and-so wants us to talk about this, and we aren't going to touch that subject.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Or if you're listening out there and you don't know us, you're a complete stranger from like some other fucking state or part of the world, I'll give you my number. You can text message me then. We'll be friends. But yeah, so I don't really have any new hot, fresh topics or anything cool to talk about. What about you? You got anything on the docket?
Well, you know, I'm wearing the hoodie.
Flacco around.
You know, poor Brownies. You know, Flacco. He did his best for us, and you know, I will never discredit that man. He really showed up.
Yeah.
Got us to the playoffs. If it wasn't for him, I don't think we would have got there.
No.
So, you know, kudos to him. Hope he sticks around.
Yeah.
There's talks, but I don't know if another team wants him. They got way more capital than we will ever have. So,
right.
Because we're paying Deshaun Watson too much money, which I won't be mad if Deshaun comes back. Deshaun's not a bad quarterback either. So, but yeah, at least we made it to the playoffs this year. That's good.
Yep.
You know, and we'll be waiting till next year, and hopefully we have a healthy team next year. Because
we get Chubb
we
back.
Were playing with. Oh, I mean, you talk about all the stars that were beat up the entire year, and for us to make the playoffs with that situation, without our you know, one of the arguably best running backs in the league,
right?
You know, it's crazy. It's crazy to me. So it's exciting as always, and that's how we always have to feel as Browns.
Yeah.
It's exciting, but
and who knows what moves they're gonna make in the offseason and shit too.
Yeah.
I even saw Kareem Hunt already said like I ain't going nowhere when asked about if he plans on returning, but it's like, well, are we gonna have you back? You know, they only brought him back because Chubb got hurt.
I mean, I would think they'd keep him.
Yeah.
You didn't see a lot out of Jerome Ford. He had some games where he's pretty good, but you didn't see a whole lot of him. You kind of need him as that goal line puncher. You need him as that guy.
Yeah.
I think they keep him. You know, he's going to be generally cheap. Not a whole lot of people want him. He's not he's not a open field back. He's I need 5 yards.
Yeah.
Hunt, get it. Not saying he can't run, but he's not
right.
that quick. He's a beast.
Yeah.
He's just not that quick.
He's more of that. He's more of that tank in the front, you know.
Yeah. We had, we set our fair share of injuries on offensive, defensive line. Our defense still played the best. I mean, they're probably one of the top defenses of the year for sure, besides that last game. But, you just gets you hopeful. It always gets you hopeful. To get crushed, your spirit's crushed again probably next year. But
yeah. Just do it all over again.
Good. But yeah, so we'll see what happens. I'm excited, as always.
Yeah.
And we'll have another fantasy football year where, I can beat you again. That's all I care about.
I do want to say, we could probably go back in time and find the episode, but I'm pretty sure I said it on this show that I don't think we gave Baker Mayfield enough of a chance. And look at what the fuck that guy's doing right now.
Yeah. I still don't know. I mean, yeah, he's doing it. He's behind a great offensive line too, again in Tampa Bay. I mean, it's just working for him.
Right.
And and you're probably not wrong. He was probably just too young.
Yeah.
When he was with us. And to like run and gun and like trying to make it happen where now he's settling in.
Yeah.
Settling in. And he's had a great year. So you can't
I feel like he did pretty good stuff for us too whenever he's with us. He just that last year he got hurt and he didn't do great and then we kind of just gave up.
Got us to the playoffs.
Yeah.
He got us to the playoffs.
Right.
He got us to the playoffs before. Like, I mean, I'm talking up Flacco, but Baker did it too. Baker got us to the playoffs.
Right.
And we got there and we lost immediately. So yeah.
We won a playoff game with Baker.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah,
he took us farther than Flack did,
Yeah. Yeah. No, so yeah, we probably didn't give up on him too early. But hey, that's how the Cleveland fan base works, man. That's just how it works. You start sucking, we just call in the backup. Well, I mean, the big trade for Deshaun, they wanted a elite quarterback, which look how well that's working out.
Yeah.
They're like, no, we want this elite quarterback, so we're gonna pay all this money and give away all our trades. And now it's like, we just want Joe Flacco to play.
Yeah. I'd be fine if they got rid of Watson and kept Flacco around,
Yeah, but they can't.
Right. How many years did we sign?
Guaranteed money.
How many years did we sign with him? 3?
3 or 4, I think.
Yeah, and the last year count as one.
But it doesn't. I mean, it's $100 million guaranteed money that's just gone.
Right.
Just gone. You can't get it back, so you're going to run him.
Might as well get something out of him. Yeah.
Which.
Hopefully he fucking steps up.
The games he actually played when he hasn't been injured, which hasn't been many, he was good. I mean, he's good. He's got a good record. He's got good yardage. Flacco's got more yards than him already. But that being said, he can run. He's a movement quarterback. I just don't think he played enough games, and the system wasn't getting ready, and like things weren't happening. And I was the toolage of having Flacco being in there and him getting to see Flacco do the work.
Yeah,
I think that's a very key, very important part to be like.
Well, getting a good veteran quarterback in there even on the sidelines and shit, pointing out to him, hey, you need to do this a little better. You should look for things like that, and kind of coach him along as well. But that's not like it's not that Watson's a rookie. He's what, like 5-6 seasons deep by now.
Oh God, Watson's very deep. Yeah.
Yeah.
He used to be amazing. He had an amazing season with the Texans, right?
Yeah. Couple amazing seasons with the Texans.
But yeah, anyways, it doesn't.
And then he got jerked around.
I just hope I hope whatever we can do to keep Flacco on the bench.
Yeah.
Even if he doesn't play, I hope he's on the bench. Look how many times Watson's got injured so far. Like, what a backup quarterback to have.
Yeah.
Sitting there. And Super Bowl winning veteran sitting there telling him, giving him advice. Is going to be amazing. And then it's going to be like, if Watson gets hurt, I'm going to throw this hoodie right on.
Yeah. Well, and also
it's
when
probably not going to go as well. But
if you get somebody in there, if you keep Flacco around with his record, with his track record from, the fan base loving him for him doing as good as he did in the last few games after coming off the bench for he's sat at and he was retired for like what, 2 years. Then he comes back in, and it's like, because Watson had no competition before for the starting position, really. Because it's not like Watson throws a couple shit passes or has a shit game, and we're like, well, you're sitting out this week. He doesn't give a fuck. He's still getting paid. But now it's more of that competition, more of the pride thing. And like, you know what? I gotta beat this fucking guy. You know what I mean? Like an actual real quarterback. Yeah. So now he's, I feel like that'll give Watson more incentive to actually step up and take it a little more seriously. Because I never really saw a lot of that out of him, if I'm being honest. It was like he was just there to play and collect money. But now it's like, it seems.
I saw him get amped up. I know a lot of people like to always say that. They were like, oh, he wasn't there at games. He was in rehab and like stuff like that. Like they wanted him on the sidelines every game. It's like, well, he's got a lot of rehab going on, stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. He was there in a lot of games too. And even if he was in the stands or whatever, it doesn't matter. Like, I get it. You want him on the sidelines. You want him being right part of it. If the coaching staff thought that was a problem, they would require him to be on there. Right. Because they can't. So it's not like he's got a fucking option.
Right.
They're giving him the option. And he's being like, no, I'm going to go to my rehab in California or whatever I'm going to be at, blah, blah, blah.
Getting a bunch of massages.
They're probably like, take a month, go do your rehab in California or go, blah, blah. So it's like, when the game was there, he was there in the stands, but they're probably like, no, don't come to the sidelines. Like, we don't want it. There's reasons he can't be on that sideline with the team.
Right.
There's roster reasons for that. He's literally not allowed to be there.
Right.
So like when people see that image and they're like, well, why isn't he with the team? It's like, he's literally not allowed to be there.
Right.
Because he's technically a player. So if he's a player in IR, he's not allowed to be on that sideline.
Right.
I think that's how it works anyway. I might be talking my ass, but I'm pretty sure that's correct.
Something like that.
Because if not, you'd have 4 ex-QBs sitting on your sideline helping calling plays and shit.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? Like, he's not allowed to be on that.
You're only allowed so much, like, quote unquote, staff,
Yeah.
So.
And they'll cut people into like the practice squad and bring them back and stuff like that. You hear all that about that, especially if you play fantasy football. You hear that all the time. Flacco was one of them that was like, when he came in.
Yeah, he was on the practice squad, but was out there playing games. And then they finally, after they realized that they wanted to like start him constantly, then they're like, okay, now we have to actually sign him to the roster. He can only be on the practice squad and like do so many. I'm sure there's rules about that stuff.
There's a game day decision, and then they can flip people around. It happens, and there's another team I'm trying to think of where they were doing that. They're flipping players around, and they make sure their players get paid and they're happy, and that's bottom line.
Yeah.
So, and Flacco, yes, it did seem like he had the energy, and they really made that about his energy and stuff. I've seen that before with Watson. Like, Watson would get fired up out there, and he'd be doing great and doing stuff, and I think it's just different.
Yeah.
Flacco's just having fun.
Right.
He's just having fun out there. He's just like, I'm happy to be in this right now.
Right.
And I can't believe I'm having this much fun in Cleveland. I never thought I would.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure he's had that much fun in Cleveland, but on different teams. Or on, for Baltimore then.
For the Baltimore Ravens. Yeah.
He had that much fun in Cleveland before, but.
Oh, yeah.
But against us. And that's when I didn't want him to have that much fun.
I loved it. The main reason about this hoodie is because in our fantasy league, and we talked about this the other week, but I wrote in with Flacco and Amari Cooper in the playoffs because I knew I had to make a big splash or I was going to lose.
Right.
And they balled out and scored so many points for me that I made it to the finals beyond them. Jack agrees with me.
Yeah.
You hear him.
Yeah,
he's screaming down there.
Yeah. He totally agrees. He's all about it.
Yeah. So just let, and it's the end of the NFL basically for us. So now we got nothing for a while. You know,
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about baseball, so we'll be done with sports for a hot minute.
Yeah. So who are you rooting for that's left in the playoffs now?
Well, I'm gonna root for Detroit.
Yeah.
Not only because it's my wife's team, but you know, they haven't been there. They haven't won it.
Right.
So like, you know, they're another. They went 0-16 first one year, and we went 0-16 the next.
Yeah, I'd be cool. I'd be cool with Detroit going. I'd also be cool with the Texans going. I'd love to see C.J. Stroud out there, dude. I would love to see that. I don't think
good. Texans versus Detroit, but I don't know that's going to happen. But
yeah, I don't know if they're in the same leg of the.
No, bracket. that can happen.
Oh, can't? That'd be so dope, dude. That'd be so dope. Because I think I don't know if this is true or not, but somebody was talking about it at work. So I guess since I heard it, it has to be true that there's never been a rookie QB to make it to the Super Bowl, let alone even win it. And that'd be so dope if it was an Ohio State dude. You know, like that would be fucking sick if it was an Ohio State dude.
True.
Yeah, I feel like it has to be true because I've never heard of it.
Stroud's breaking all the records right now. He's had the best QB season ever. He's, I think, most points in the first playoff game. He's smashing all the records.
He's fucking balling out, dude.
Of course, it's got to be Green Bay. You know.
Yeah.
They always find the quarterback. They always find the quarterback. You know?
Yeah.
Well, they're bastards, but that's fine.
Right.
Like every like TikTok and thing I seen, it's like, I don't want Green Bay to win. I don't want them to get anywhere near the playoffs. No, that's Jordan Love. Sorry,
yeah, they got
wrong
Love.
On the wrong team. But Jordan, you know, Green Bay just beating and getting they're another rookie quarterback, Jordan Love.
Yeah.
Looking good. Sorry, my head's going different places here, but yeah, Stroud's still busting all the records, but you got Jordan Love on the other side. That's how is Green Bay in this? Nobody knows.
Right.
So that could be a wild face up too. But I'm hoping it's Detroit. And I mean, I'd love to see the Texans. They're going to have a tough time,
right?
You know, on that side. Detroit's going to have a tough time too. I mean, it's just San Francisco, Detroit. One of those two teams will probably make it to there, and then you got Baltimore.
But Baltimore's
Miami,
tough as fuck.
Kansas City. Sorry.
Yeah.
Kansas City Chiefs. Goddamn Patrick Mahomes just somehow makes it work every year. So
yeah. Well, and then you get the talking more about conspiracy theories and how I've heard about how the NFL's rigged. It's, all the games are rigged and blah blah blah. And of course they're saying, well, they're going to rig it so that Kansas City makes it so you get a lot of T Swift on the camera during fucking Super Bowl to put eyes on it and shit. So.
I've heard that. So confetti's falling on them.
Yeah.
Falling on Travis Kelce and T Swift in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
He's spinning her around. I mean, let's hope. Let's just hope that happens. So then everybody's confirmed, and then we can just know it's rigged.
Yeah.
And then they'll just give it to the Cleveland Browns before we die.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We just need one of our players to fucking date a superstar, you know?
We'll just get MGK and dating one of the dudes on the Browns. My brain shot. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This neck injury also is just like, it's been a constant headache. It's good right now, but like it shoots your brain, man.
Yeah.
You know how you have that headache all day, or you have that thing all day, and your brain just like melts away. It's just like, I can't do math.
Yeah. I can't think about things right now. Well, hey, man, we can give your brain a rest. We've been going at it for a little while today, you know?
Yeah, it's cool. Hopefully next Friday
Yep.
we'll be back together
Yeah.
in the studs
Back in the
and
studio.
giving you guys another damn good time. So
Yeah. But did you have a damn good time today?
I had myself a damn good time. Did you have yourself a damn good time?
I did have a damn good time. And as always, click like and subscribe. Keep following us. Keep, chime in. Let us know. Talk to us. We'll talk to you back. We talk to you every week, but you talk to us. Talk to us.
Give us those reviews. Share us.
Yeah.
Do what you can. I mean, if you've never given us a review before, that wouldn't be bad either. Pop in, give us a little,
It doesn't take anything to
3,
click like.
4, 5 star. Don't go any lower than that.
Doesn't
keep it at 5.
Yeah. It doesn't take anything. Just click a little like button. A little like button.
A thumbs up. There's no other thumbs. It's just thumbs up. I think that's the only one you can do. I don't think there's another one. So, and tell everybody about us.
Yeah. And until next time. Yeah. Yeah. Put us on for your puppers. But until then, hope you all had a damn good time. Love you, Cody. I hope your neck feels better. We love you, the listeners, and we'll see you next week. Cheers.